Alright, let's talk about what is going on with Jack Eichel and the New York Rangers. Let's just talk about Jack Eichel in general and what is going on with his camp, the Sabers, and all the other teams that are interested in him. The Sabres are not releasing his medical records to the public, to other teams, to let him know if he's okay, the surgery, and all that nonsense. Buffalo is withholding from everybody else, which, in my opinion, is a little weird, especially if you want to move him. If you don't want to move him, then we shouldn't be going through all of this. But it's clear that Kevin Adams and the Buffalo Sabres want to move on from Jack Eichel. We've seen Rasmus Ristolainen go and Sam Reinhart go in the last week. I said months ago when Jack Eichel was first rumored to the Rangers, I said I don't want him. Plain and simple, I do not want what Buffalo is asking for to give up. And now over the last week, ever since the draft, it's really been about Jack Eichel and the package that he can get from other teams. The Rangers, I think they really are trying to stay away from Alexei Lafreniere, Kaapo Kakko, Keandre Miller, Adam Fox, Braden Schneider, and Nils Lundqvist. And by all means, I think that's a great list to not pick from. That means guys like Kravtsov, Hedl, those guys are available. But do I want to give up on those guys right now? I don't know. And if you get Jack Eichel, what does that mean for Mika Zibanejad? There's simply not enough money. We don't know if the cap is going to go up next season. They did say last season that it's going to be a flat cap for a couple of years, so I don't expect the cap to go up by that much anyway. Does Jack Eichel fit in the system? Does Jack Eichel fit on this New York Rangers lineup? Absolutely it does. And most likely if the Rangers were to acquire Jack Eichel, that means Ryan Strome most likely will not be here. He may even be in the package going back to Buffalo. It's just a bunch of chaos with Jack Eichel right now. Nobody knows where he's going. A team could come into the last second. We've seen that happen before and snag him right from every other team with a better package than other teams are offering. From the Rangers standpoint, you do not want to give up on these young kids yet. You just saw Pavel Buchnevich walk away because you couldn't pay him. The last thing you want to do is bring in Jack Eichel, and Alexei Lafreniere or even Adam Fox are due for an extension, and you have to wiggle around and try to find money and get rid of other players that may help your team win hockey games. It's such a tricky situation with Chris Drury right now, and Kevin Adams is trying to get as much as he can for Jack Eichel, and rightfully so. He's a world-class player, one of the best centers in the league when healthy. The Rangers are interested. A lot of other teams are. I don't see Jack Eichel in a Buffalo Sabres jersey next season. I don't. There is no way between all of this nonsense going on. Kevin Adams wants to move on. I think Buffalo and the Pagulas themselves, they just want to move on. They got their number one defensive prospect now in Owen Power. They still have Rasmus Dahlin. It looks like they're straying away from their last rebuild to now a new rebuild, and that's okay for Buffalo. They've struggled. They've been really bad. They need a change, and getting rid of Eichel, in my opinion, may be a good change. You get that cap hit off of you for the next few seasons. It'll be good for them, and I think that's what they should do. From a Rangers standpoint, if the Rangers could get Jack Eichel, it's a good thing for the team. I don't know if it's good for long term with all the young kids. Some of those young kids may not even be on the team because of Jack Eichel getting traded to Buffalo. However, we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks, but like I said before, I do not expect to see Jack Eichel in a Buffalo Sabres uniform next season.